Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to examine the myth and reality behind the much reported global pilot shortage. In 2015, Boeing predicted that the global aviation industry would need over 600,000 pilots in the years ahead. Boeing have revised their initial estimates, and the results were published in the 2016 Boeing Pilot and Technician Outlook. The prospects for aviation are both exciting and alarming. There is buoyant growth in the industry. Cleaner, quieter, more efficient aircraft are being designed and produced. Demand for both passenger and cargo traffic is increasing. For every aircrew, there is also a requirement for a proportional number of cabin crew. For every aircraft in the air, there is a need for aircraft engineers to maintain the fleet. So the combined total is estimated to be 2 million new commercial airline pilots, maintenance technicians and cabin crew between now and 2035. This figure can be broken down into 617,000 new commercial airline pilots, 679,000 new maintenance technicians, and 814,000 new cabin crew. Although this sounds like an alarming amount, it's a figure for the global aviation industry over 20 years. For example, they estimated that Europe would need about 5,000 new commercial pilots per year by 2035. This would mean that European airlines alone would need about 95,000 new commercial pilots between 2015 and 2035. The financial crash of 2008 and the subsequent stagnation in the industry, combined with increased retirement age, meant that many pilots kept flying but with no pay increases. For some, the only way to keep flying was to accept a pay cut. However, the number of commercial licenses being issued in Europe is falling. This of course means that there will not be enough pilots to replace those who do eventually retire. And it also means that there is likely to be a shortage now that the airline industry is expanding again. Let's have a look at the effects of the pilot shortage around the world. Already, the shortage of pilots is having an impact. In Australia, regional airlines are cancelling both flights and entire routes because there aren't enough pilots to fly the aircraft. India's Go Air is considering leasing out some of its new Airbus A320neos because it doesn't have type-rated pilots to fly them. In America, the number of commercial pilots has decreased by 30% over the last 30 years. Smaller regional airlines are losing pilots to the larger companies who offer higher salaries. The Canadian Council for Aviation and Aerospace predicts that the industry will need 7,300 additional pilots by 2025. Smaller airlines and bush pilots in the north of Canada are losing pilots to larger airlines, and not enough new pilots are coming on stream. And the effects of the pilot shortage are being felt more keenly in the Middle East and Asia. So what opportunities are there for new pilots? Whilst this may seem like a golden opportunity for would-be airline pilots, it's worth remembering that these airlines are seeking junior pilots with experience. A fresh, frozen ATPL is no guarantee of employment even in a time of demand for pilots. Some pilots will still need to gain experience with smaller regional airlines at first. As the larger airlines poach pilots from the smaller carriers, opportunities are likely to appear. On the other hand, some will be able to take advantage of recruitment drives by the larger airlines. This may include some training sponsorship programs. Airlines are also drawing experienced pilots out of flight schools. This is creating a shortage of flying instructors. So there is also an increasing demand for flying instructors and chief flying instructors. In conclusion, yes, there are lots of opportunities for pilots, cabin crew and engineers. However, much will depend on where you live. You may need to live abroad at first in order to catch the wave. One thing seems certain though, now is an excellent time to learn to fly. Check out my other videos on this subject. you'll find several aviation-related playlists in my channel. Also, if you are in the aviation business and you need some marketing support, visit www.redspan.com. There you will find examples of video adverts and infomercials created for aviation businesses. You'll also find testimonials from satisfied clients. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video and post feedback and comments below.